Hello, I'm Marcus V. Calvert, and welcome to Tales Unlimited. Today's disturbing thought: the pissed off warlord. Yeah, I don't know where this one comes from. I would almost want to do it as a prompt, but it's just too broad a concept. Bear with me. What if there's this guy in a fantasy kingdom? He's loyal to his king. Has been in wars, has risked his life, has the scars to prove it, has a beloved member of family, right? Has a good family. He's happy, he's content. He goes off to do battle, risks his life, almost dies, comes back, his family's dead. And somehow, some way, it's the king's not the king's fault, it's the prince's fault. The son of the king, somehow, some way, maybe messed with the daughter and killed the entire family to quiet the scandal, or maybe like they went to some place as a refuge during an attack. The enemy cuts into the kingdom in an unexpected angle, and they were supposed to go to this safe place, and the prince diverts forces or something, and everyone's diverting forces to protect the prince or something, and somehow, some way, his family's dead, and it's the prince's fault. Keep that in mind. He's loyal to the king, though. He likes the king, and the king is like, dude, I am so sorry. He's my son. He's going to rule someday. If it was anyone else, I'd have his head. But for you, I'm going to let you walk. You're banished. Don't come back. Please don't come back. He's like, I understand, my lord. And he tosses his sword, tosses his badge of rank, walks away. He waits until the king dies. Oh, you know where this is going, right? And of course, the king orders the prince, while I'm alive, you do not touch him. You cannot touch him. So the prince is like, I understand, but you know what's going to happen, right? Old man dies, the prince becomes the king, and one of the first things he says is, kill this guy. By the time his assassins find him, this commoner, well, let's just say he's called in old favors. He's done valiant things throughout, multiple realms, and people owe him favors. And when they find him, he's covered in like magic. Now, how's it done? Is he covered in glyphs? Is he covered in spells? Does he have a magic ring, a magic sock? I don't know. Maybe a war god owes him a favor, but here's what happens. He is in a rage. His grief has been amplified to a permanent berserker rage. And you can only see it if you look him in the eye. His eyes are 100% hate. He can play with children. He can sing poetry, whatever. He can sleep. He can do all types of normal things, but he's always in a rage. That's the price. And yet there's a safety cap on his mind that keeps him from killing everybody around him. When there's a fight, he has all those advantages of a berserker. He's adrenalized up. He's faster. He's stronger. He's tougher. But, and I love doing this with my berserkers. And those of you who read my stuff, you know where I'm coming from. He's also smarter. But to add a little twist, he's also luckier. So when he lets the beast, the howling rage, loose, if he's fighting alongside people in battle, everyone's lucky. So, example, let's say he's guarding a train of refugees somewhere, right? And someone comes along and attacks them. He tells everybody, just whatever happens, don't run, fight. Grab whatever you can and fight. So this little old lady with a purse, she shrugs, she has no place else to go. She takes on 3 barbarian bad guys in full armor. She dies, but she takes 2 of them with her with a purse. And it's improbable. And so he starts off with like a few friends. Then he builds a war band, like a bunch of mercenaries. But they don't fight for money. They fight for honor, noble causes. And then the king starts coming. The king's assassins start coming. He's like, okay, oh, you're the king. Congratulations. And he sends a note with like the heads of the assassins in it. And basically the note simply says, this will end when I have your head. Give it to me now if you want anything of your kingdom to endure. How does it end? Because, I mean, the king does have access to magic. Maybe the magic can beat him. But if it gets to a point where it's like armies in a field of battle, No army can take his army. As long as they're loyal to him, as long as they fight alongside him, he cannot lose. So how does it turn out? And for those of you who write fantasy, you know there's so many factors. This guy could so thoroughly lose, or he could so thoroughly win. How many books would it take for that to happen? Ooh, gooey thought, isn't it? Pissed off commoner, all because of a slight, an insult, a stain upon honor that was not properly handled. It should have ended up in a duel, but no, 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 no. Oh well, be careful of your enemies. That's my disturbing thought. Marcus V. Calvert, Tales Unlimited. Have a nice day. Well, I should probably put this down before I turn this off. Yeah, that'd be good.